take it.
Toastmaster. My dear fellow Toastmasters, Dudley Moore once said, the best car safety device is a rear view mirror with a cop in it. Let us agree, ladies and gentlemen, that cops are the reason why we are able to drive in the same road with so many maniacs. Then again, you don't have to be a maniac in order to get a ticket. So here are a few such tales on getting tickets and the rules I have been composing to avoid them. Things can get out of control when you least expect them. 8 years back, I was driving back home one day and I took a right turn at the usual speed. But suddenly there was a shrieking sound and the car was skidding. It was about to slam on a fence on one side of the road. But I reacted very fast and I avoided that fence. Even today, I am proud how fast I reacted. But well, in the end, the car ended up in a ditch. The cop showed up in a few moments and gave me a ticket for reckless driving. I was fuming. I had incurred, right now, a very heavy loss, and you are giving me this ticket? So I went to the court to contest the ticket. When my turn came, the judge asked me, can you give me one good reason why you should not get this ticket? Well, it had rained heavily just minutes before. The road was wet. Are you saying that before you drive, it shouldn't rain? Of course not. But there were some pebbles in the road, so the car skidded. Are you saying that there should be no pebbles in the road? No. I knew at this point the conversation was leading to somewhere where I really don't want to go. There was a fence on one side of the road. I was trying to avoid that fence. Are you saying that there should be no fence on the road? I gave up. Before I went to the court, the fine was $170. After that incident, it went up to $220. So, the first rule here is never drive a car with no anti-lock brakes. The next tale takes us to the crazy streets of New York. I'm not calling them crazy just because the traffic is bad, but also because there are some two-way streets that suddenly become one-way and the do not enter sign is not visible sometimes. One day my friend was driving in such a street. He happened not to see the sign and he proceeded in the wrong direction. There was a cop car standing in the other direction. But since the street is meant to be one way, now there was not enough space for him to move past the cop car. So he waited for the cop car to move. But the cop did not see him and he did not move. My friend waited for a good 5 minutes before his patience ran out. He tried to get the attention of the cop, so he honked, beep beep. The cop gave him a cold stare, but for some reason went back to whatever he was doing. Now, my friend somehow squeezed his car in the available space, kept going in the wrong direction. The cop came after my friend now and gave him a ticket. But on the contrary to what all of you might be guessing, he did not give a ticket for moving in the wrong direction in a one-way street. He gave a ticket because he honked in a residential area where honking is not allowed. So the rule from this tale is do not irritate a cop beyond a point. It's really amusing how people react to speeding tickets. Take for instance, my friend when he was stopped by the cop for speed. The cop goes, do you know at what speed were you driving, sir? My friend's reaction, I have to give you a ticket because you were moving at more than 15 miles per hour than the posted speed limit. My friend's reaction? I think I handled the same situation better before. One day I was returning back home after picking up my wife from the train station. Suddenly, I see lights in my rearview mirror and I knew I was in trouble. The cop told me I was speeding. I explained to him that my record is really clean and this lapse is because I had an argument with my wife which let me take my eyes off the speedometer. I did not get a ticket then. Maybe because the cop thought that resolving an argument with your wife is more important than following the speed limit. Still, in reacting to the speeding tickets, I think my friend's response takes the cake, although he did end up with a ticket. The conversation between the cop and my friend goes like this. The cop says, "Do you know at what speed were you driving, sir?" My friend, 55? "No, sir, you were driving at 85. Can I get your license, registration, and proof of insurance?" After giving the documents, my friend asks, "Can you tell me how many miles above the speed limit do you generally allow?" Cop says, "I cannot tell you the exact number, sir, but we generally don't stop for exceeding the speed limit by a few miles." My friend says, "This is my first speeding ticket. Can I take a picture with you?" You might think here that the cop would be stunned by his unusual request. But the cop probably hears this so often because he coolly replied, "No, sir, but you can take a picture with my car if you would like." So, the rule we derive from this tale is keep talking until you wiggle up. For all this fun in these tales, it does teach a few valuable lessons. Never take weather and road conditions into account, pay attention to all traffic signs, and patience is definitely virtue. That said, if you still get a ticket, remember this. A patriot is one who gets a ticket and still rejoices that the system works. So, the next time you get a ticket, please thank the cop who gave you a ticket because he is helping you to have a long life. Thank you.